Who put the ball in the West Ham net? Who put the ball in the West Ham net? Who put the ball in the West Ham net? Half our effing team did. That's who. What our first half an hour from Arsenal Football Club tonight. It was phenomenal. It was great football. It was easy. It was a walk in the park. It was a breeze. It was everything I expected it not to be. But who was I kidding? This is a Lopetegui team that West Ham at the moment are really struggling. And we absolutely destroyed them. There was nothing left in the tank for West Ham. They had a mad couple of minutes where they find themselves get a couple of goals. But other than that, it was pure domination. And domination derby, the Declan derby, as they like to call it. Well, it was a demolition derby, that's for sure. 11 goals that we have scored now against West Ham in the last 2 games at the London Stadium. My goodness, we have cleared their fans out and their stadium out twice now. And it was almost a repeat of last year. If it wasn't for that little glitch where they had a fantastic couple of goals, and I have to say, West Ham's goals were actually really good. The Emerson free kick, which I don't think was a free kick. I think Declan Rice, well, let's be real, Declan Rice clearly wins the ball. Paqueta jumps on the floor and Emerson puts it in. It's a superb free kick. And the one before that, to be honest, brilliant pass from Soler. Carlos Soler, I thought, was one of their better players today. And a great goal from another player I thought had a decent game in Wan-Bissaka. But other than that, it was pure destruction. And Arsenal destroyed them. We absolutely destroyed them. Within 36 minutes, we find ourselves 4-0 up and everybody is leaving. Yet again, just like last season where we put 6 past them, their fans had enough. David Moyes has gone. This time we put 5 past them. Their fans have enough and they leave. White seats, claret and blue seats everywhere. Wow. It was easy for Arsenal. We didn't even need to play that well. West Ham were that bad. And penalties given away, clumsiness, poor play, terrible defending, really poor build-up, no idea of style, lumping the ball up and hoping that Antonio can do something with it. It was just pathetic from West Ham, if I'm honest with you. It was boring for them to watch. It was poor, no idea, no options, no answer to us. And we absolutely destroyed them. I have to mention quite a few players, but before I do that, big up to every single one of you that's here. Well over 100 of you already. Make sure you do me a favor and hit the like button if you're joining. Hit subscribe if you're new. We're almost at 27.4, which means we must be close to 30k now. So please make sure that we get your subscriptions. It's free. It's a button to press. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and let's get us moving, people. Because today was a good day. It was a joy to watch him pass. And you know what? I've got to start with my star boy, Bukayo Saka, player of the match. By far the best player on the pitch. Anytime he got the ball, he looked a threat. And it was a joy. There was nobody that can tell me that it wasn't fun watching Bukayo Saka play football tonight. He destroyed their left-hand side. Down our right, we looked phenomenal yet again. But this time it was easy for him. Couple of assists, first of all from a corner. We know straight away that we're always going to be a threat from a corner, but this time it looked a little bit different. Gabriel having a bit of a chat with all of our team. You could see it was like, let's change it up. Let's try something a little bit different. Let me be real. I really like that sort of thing. And you could hear Gary Neville on the commentary tonight say how impressed he was by Gabriel talking to most of our team, telling him what the plan is, telling the team that we're going to change things up here. And you could see his run. They all start towards the back post and then they all start to go their different way. And you can see Gabriel is the leader of that pack. It's a brilliant delivery from Saka. It's inch perfect for him. And he guides his header, Gabriel, into the bottom corner. And Arsenal find himself 1-0 up. And I must admit, I just felt comfortable from that moment in time. I felt the first goal tonight was going to be key. And it ended up being key, if I'm honest with you. Because we went on and we just ended up obliterating them. And that's exactly what we needed to do. Just like last season. I was really impressed and we moved forward. And then the second goal, I've got to say, is an unbelievable goal. It really is. Like the Trossard goal for me is the goal of the night. I just think it's brilliant play from a team at the moment that's showing its quality. And I thought that goal really did deserve to be mentioned as our goal of the night. And I don't think that it will be because it was such a demolition job. But that is the goal that I think people should be talking about more. Not the header, not the tap in from Havertz and the ball from Trossard, not the penalties. For me, tonight, it's the Trossard goal that I want to mention because I thought the play was superb. And that is the sort of football I think we have missed. That is Arteta ball at its best. That sort of goal reminds me of when we used to score goals under Arsene Wenger, when we were at our best, when we were demolishing teams. And I really thought it was an excellent, well-worked goal from Arsenal. And that's something that I want to be seeing more of. I personally felt like that was the goal of the night. I just felt like it was well worked. It was good football. It was inch perfect passing. And it was Arsenal getting the ball from pretty much their halfway line, pass, finish into the goal. And that to me is what I want to be seeing from Arsenal. So, look, I was really, really impressed. I thought the vision and creativity, weight of pass, everything that was delivered in that move for that goal was sensational. So that one for me is where I'm starting. I've got to mention that one tonight. I thought it was outstanding. I thought we could have scored a hell of a lot more, to be fair, tonight. But when we'd gone to that, we got the penalty. It was a clear penalty. Bukayo Saka, it's superb from him. Paqueta, who I thought was awful tonight for West Ham, ended up getting himself subbed off. Let's be real, it was quick feet from Saka, and it's been really, really clumsy from Lucas Paqueta. He just basically sticks out a leg. Now, there's not actually that much amount of contact, if I'm honest with you. There isn't. But I'll say this, Bukayo Saka sold him completely. Dribbled past him, 1, 2, quick feet, and then he catches him. It's lazy from Paqueta. It's poor defending. It proves that he's an attacker trying to defend. It was just poor to leave out a leg like that. So look, we take the penalty, and if I'm honest with you, I'm expecting it to be Bukayo Saka. He's got both assists for the night. We're 2-0 up, and I'm thinking 2 assists. He deserves a goal now, and he gives the ball to Martin Ødegaard. Now, I thought that penalty was so good, by the way. I thought that was such a good penalty from Martin Ødegaard. Gives the keeper no chance, puts it into the corner, and it's beautiful to see. It really is absolutely beautiful to see. And when I saw the penalty go in, I was absolutely dying for the gents. So I went upstairs, I come down, and as I come down, Kai Havertz is through. And I'm like, you're joking me, this is going to be 4. Keeps his composure, takes a first touch, then a little second touch, and then he buries it. And actually, it was a really good finish from Kai Havertz. And it wasn't until I saw the replay that I was stunned at Leandro Trossard's ball through to him with his weaker foot, by the way. That was a left foot. What a pass that is. Now, it's not great anticipation and judgment from the defender, but I will say this. The minute it goes through to Kai Havertz, I still have in my mind, please score Kai, because he's just one of those strikers that you just don't quite put your house on. But it was great composure, and it was a superb finish. And when it goes to 4-0, I'm getting excited, because for me, it's this could be 6, 7, 8. Now, it doesn't always work like that, football. We see, don't we, so many times, like we saw today, once it hits a certain level, then it is like, right, we don't really want to be conceding anymore, and they don't really want to be letting any goals in either. So it's probably going to cancel each other out. That's basically what the second half did. But at 4-0, it was so comfortable that we hadn't even really got out of first or second gear yet, and we found ourselves 4-0 up. Now, that is definitely an indictment on West Ham as opposed to what it is on us, because I thought they were shocking. I've got to say it. I thought they were terrible. There wasn't really any on the pitch that I thought was controlling the game. There wasn't any plan. There wasn't any, what's the word? There wasn't any what you're going to do about that. It was just, we haven't got any answer. And when you haven't got any answer to being 4-0 down, things can actually get quite worse for you. So if they had to change things up, and they actually started to change things up a little bit in terms of Bowen and Antonio together. I saw Paqueta dropping a little bit, and then we had Carlos Soler getting on the ball a little bit more. And actually what happened from that was it was a superb pass from Carlos Soler that then went all the way through our midfield and defence, straight to Wan-Bissaka. And I don't even know that Raya can do better near post, because it's actually a really well-worked goal. And I thought, okay, consolation. But straight away, they get a free kick. Now, I don't think it was a foul from Declan Rice. I think he won the ball. I think he was quite shocked, and as was many others, that he'd given the penalty away. Sorry, free kick away. If I'm honest with you, it may as well have been a penalty, because it was an unbelievable free kick from Emerson, a player I actually think is quite a good footballer, to be fair. great left peg, and it's gone under the post and under the crossbar, and Reyes got no chance. And all of a sudden, within 2 minutes of laughing at them, they're back in the game at 4-2. Now, one thing I will say is West Ham have got no excuses today because they were poor on the ball, they were poor off the ball, and they were sloppy as well. Because they've already given one penalty away already this half, and that's Lucas Paqueta's dangling leg. Now what they've done is when the ball's come swinging in from a corner, Lucas Fabianski has not come to catch it and claim it. He's come like that, missed the ball, and he's hit Gabriel's head. Now, Lawless is crying in a group chat saying it was a disgrace of a penalty. It should never have been given. The goalkeeper's got a clear advantage to go for that ball, and he's absolutely got a right to go and claim that. Well, of course he has. Every goalkeeper has got a right to go and claim the ball. Every footballer's got a right to go and tackle. But if you are late and you miss the ball and you clatter into the man, it's a foul. And that's basically what's happened. He's come up and he's completely misjudged it. Fabianski, we all know him. He's 39, I think now. He's missed it. Gabriel's got there first and he's ended up punching Gabriel in the head. Now, even if he's won the ball and clipped the ball, you still can't smash a defender in the head. You just can't punch. Spoiler alert, you can't punch anybody in the head. If you do, it's going to be a penalty. It's a clear penalty. I can't understand why West Ham fans are crying about it. And if it was an Arsenal player, I'd be in exactly the same situation, saying no excuses. He's punched the guy in the head. What can we do? If it would have been like they've both gone for the ball and it's both been a 50-50 and it's quite hard to call who's done what and who's got there first, no one's hurt, but it looks like he might have clipped him, you might be able to say, not really sure who got there first. But when a defender is getting punched in the head, it's quite obvious what's happened. And yeah, he has given away a penalty. Big up to all of you that's in here. There's over 300 of you now. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like and subscribe are the two buttons you need, and they're absolutely free. So please make sure you do that. Let's see how many people have liked this so far. We've only got, at the moment, 82 likes. Come on, people. That's terrible. There's over 300 in here. You can easily get that up to 150 to 200. So just hit the like and the subscribe button, people. Listen, once it goes to a penalty, it kills the game off. And it's Erdegaard and Saka then basically giving the favour back, saying now it's your turn to score, Saka. Player of the match, 2 assists and a penalty. And if I'm honest with you, wasn't the cleanest of penalties. I actually thought Fabianski did quite poor and should have actually saved the penalty, to be fair. I think he got a hand to it. I think he'll be quite upset, disappointed that he didn't save that because it wasn't the best from Bukayo Saka. But listen, it's a goal. It's 2 assists. He gets player of the match. And we go 5-2 up. And all of a sudden, West Ham fans that were leaving, that decided to come back into the ground at 5-2, at 4-2, and now leaving again at 5-2. What an embarrassment, by the way. And then it got to about 10, 15 minutes left of the game, and they all got up and went as well. Absolutely crazy. Mad, mad, mad. And then the second half, if I'm honest with you, played out into a bit of a cancellation from both teams. Arsenal weren't sure if they wanted to go get 6, 7 or 8 because they didn't want to leave themselves short at the back. And West Ham were a little bit like, we could just go for it, but then we could end up conceding 5, 6, 7 or 8. So what happened then was we just cancelled each other out, played out the second half. And then substitutions were made. And if I'm honest with you, I thought Arsenal looked a lot weaker when the substitutions were made. West Ham started to change it up a little bit. I don't think they did much, to be honest. In midfield, I felt they got a bit weaker when Rodriguez come on and also Alvarez come on. They had another guy who I didn't actually know his name, Irving, I think it was, that had come on, along with a couple of others, Danny Ings being one of them. So I don't think that the subs strengthened either team, if I'm honest with you. But I understand why both teams changed it up. West Ham are trying to get some players on the pitch to make something happen, and Arsenal are trying to give our players a bit of a rest for Wednesday night. So I totally get it. But what a convincing performance, what an easy performance, and what a victory for Arsenal. 5-2. I never saw that coming. I thought maybe 3-1, which was what I went for. I never saw 5-2. I never saw that. But I'm glad that it was, because it's a better scoreline than 3-1. So look, I'm in a position right now where I'm very, very comfortable and very happy, because we can now, Gooners, go into Sunday and relax. Do yourself a favour, right? Tomorrow, if you're having a busy day, change your plans. If you're a football fan tomorrow, go and spend time with your friends or your family. Sit on a sofa, pour your favourite drink, Make your favourite meal, whether you deliver it or cook it yourself. Get your family around, have a roast dinner or have something really nice, and just sit in front of the TV and enjoy it, because this football is going to be superb. Tomorrow it's going to be fun. This Liverpool-Manchester City game can now be one that we all enjoy, and we relax and we kick back and we just go, do you know what? If Liverpool win, fair dues. But if Liverpool don't and it's a draw or a Man City win, wow, this has got interesting then. Let me tell you that. Because right now we're sitting second in the league. It looks quite pretty. 6 points behind Liverpool with the game in hand that they've got. Now the pressure's on them to win, right? They want to be winning this game. They're not going to be looking at Arsenal going, oh, miles behind. We'll be fine even if we lose this. They want to win this game because they know they can kill off Man City if they win. And then they'll put the pressure back on Arsenal for Wednesday night's game, which will be tricky against Manchester United at the Emirates. So that's going to be really important. But going back on tonight's game, let's go through the team. David Raya tonight had a couple of moments that I thought maybe playing out from the back, he was getting a little bit cocky. It didn't lead to anything in the end, but him and Saliba at times were quite poor in their communication. I think at one stage, Raya was even doing that as if to say to him, look, you've got to talk to me. Right at the end, Danny Ings had a chance, which actually somehow put wide from an open goal. That was Saliba and Raya's fault, that. It just was not good communication whatsoever. But Raya, his kicking has always been great. The way he plays out from the back is superb. And he's quite commanding from his crosses. So I'm going to give him no stick tonight. I'm going to give him some credit. Let's talk about our right-hand side again. Timber. Oh, I love Timber. There's nothing about him I don't like. He's a phenomenal player. Absolutely phenomenal player. And I've got to say, when I look at his performance on and off the ball, it's exquisite. On the ball, he is so comfortable. He just never loses it. He looks to win it back. Then he still somehow wins it back and never loses it. Even when he's got at a disadvantage, there'll be opportunities where he'll get on the ball. He'll actually look to pass the ball and you'll think, oh, quickly. He's just so casual with it. I love him. I've got such time and so much respect for what he's done and where he's come from this season in terms of a long-term injury. I think he is a very, very underrated and unappreciated signing that Arsenal have made. And I keep bigging him up. And I can't really big him up anymore. I'm running out of superlatives for the lad. He's been phenomenal and I thought he was great again today. There's times with Timber that I will say, if I was to be anything of critical from throw-ins, he looks like sometimes he don't quite have a clue where to go with it. So I feel like we need to help him out a bit more. Now, some of that was obviously in wasting time, but some of it is a bit like, bro, if you ain't got anything on, you're just going to have to go down the line or try and get it into the box. But apart from that, absolutely outstanding performance yet again from Jurriën Timber. And I always thought he was a good fullback at left back. Saw him in the Community Shield and thought, decent. Saw him in a few games this season, particularly against Spurs, thought he was outstanding. But he's a right back, people. He is a right back. What a player. Then we go into centre back. As I say, Saliba and Raya are a couple of dodgy moments, but Saliba's so comfortable and calm and composed on the ball. He just looks phenomenal. And every time it comes towards him, I have the confidence he's not just going to win it, but he's going to keep it and spray it out and keep possession for us as well. I don't think there's many centre halves as great as this guy right now. I just think he's phenomenal in everything that he does. Then we move to Gabriel, who obviously got onto the score sheet, came off at half time. And I don't know yet whether it was a concussion. It definitely wasn't a concussion sub, but was it the concussion that he came off with, or was it just a knock that he come off with, or did he just not feel that great from it? I don't know, because obviously he was doubtful for this game anyway. So did Mikel Arteta just get him through this half and was always going to take him off anyway? Or was it something else? Hopefully it's not an injury. Kivior came on. We'll come back to that in a minute. But at left back, obviously Calafiori. Now, I've got to mention this. I thought the first few minutes he looked quite shaky. He gave away a really, really suicidal pass and ended up putting Gabriel in a hell of a lot of trouble. Luckily, it didn't come to anything, but you just know with that, you cannot afford to do that. There was another opportunity down the left-hand side even, where Trossard and Calafiori got completely sold. And actually, if you look for the goal, Wan-Bissaka had completely sold Calafiori and Trossard and got in behind them. So there's definitely question marks over the positioning of Calafiori still. Defensively, is he as great? Is he a left-sided centre-back that's being asked to play left-back? That's what it kind of looks like at the moment. His attributes, they just seem to be really, yeah, his attributes, they seem to be really good, but positionally, I've got problems sometimes. But other than being sus for a couple of moments, he was comfortable on the ball. And that's something I can't ever really say he isn't. But I can't then be hypocritical because Zinchenko's comfortable on the ball, but he's abysmal at defending. Suppose with Calafiori, he isn't abysmal at defending. He's really comfortable on the ball, but his positioning lets him down. Whereas Zinchenko isn't just bad positionally, he's really bad defensively and positionally. So he's definitely better than Zinchenko, who obviously, of course, did come on. Now, Calafiori was actually holding his groin when he came off or pointing towards it. So I'm hoping that he isn't injured either, because otherwise we're going to have problems at the back, aren't we? So let's just say we're in a position at the moment now where we need to keep as many players fit. So I don't want any of those coming out. Nice little segue into this super chat from Max. Big up to you, my bro. AFC Max says Gabriel's overtaken Lauren Koscielny now for Arsenal's highest goal scoring centre back. Lawrence got 21 goals and Gabriel's got 22 goals. My centre back. Wow, what a game. 2 sloppy goals conceded. Love Dan. Great show as always. Great subs by Mickey. Look, Max, you're a legend for, first of all, putting in a super chat. Absolute hero. Big up to you. Really appreciate that. Gabriel, for me, I think he's going to go down as one of the highest scoring centre halves in the Premier League in history. Like, when you look at his career and what he's done already, it's phenomenal. And you're talking about how many goals he scored. That's 22 goals now by Gabriel. What? For a centre half that's been with us for 4 years. What? Or is it 5? Either way, that is phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. That's basically scoring nearly 5 a season. And he's a centre-back. Come on, man. This is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Big up to you, Max. I really appreciate the super chat, my bro. Let's move into midfield. Jorginho. Come on. Jorginho, he just keeps things moving. He just keeps things ticking. He's come into a team, let's be real, he hasn't played for quite some time. The Nottingham Forest game he played, was it a half until Partey come on? He hasn't played 90 minutes for God knows how long. Maybe in one of the Carabao Cup games against, was it Preston or Bolton or both? Jorginho is such an experienced head. He's cool, he's calm, he's good balance on the ball. He gives, I always say good balance on the ball. He gives the team good balance. I hope people understand what I mean by that. He just allows things to be slowed down when need be. Sometimes it isn't good to bring him on because you don't want the game to be slowed down. But if you do, for whatever reason, or you're 3-0 up, 2-0 up, even a few minutes to go and you're winning the game, if you need a player to see it out, Jorginho is perfect for that. The guy just keeps it simple. And sometimes you need that. Really perfect for him today, I thought. And with Partey and Marino both out now, which is worrying considering they're both not in the squad, I just thought it was a great opportunity to see some of Jorginho, and I thought he was excellent. I really did. Declan Rice, always a tough place to go, if I'm honest, because obviously the stadium hate him. Luckily, we've managed to keep them quiet the last couple of games. And Declan Rice, I thought today worked tirelessly. I did feel, however, that on that left-hand side, he was kind of let down by the people around him. At times, there was opportunities for him to look at that pass, but there was no option for him. And he was driving forward, and I'm thinking to Trossard, where are you? Make yourself available for him. There wasn't really any opportunities at times where Rice got himself into these great positions, and it was like, where do I go? Because I've only got Ødegaard and Saka over the other side of the pitch. Where's Trossard? Where's Calafiori? Where is what's his name? Jorginho. How can I get this ball moved, down the left like I can the right? And I felt like there was some frustrations at the time with Declan Rice. However, I thought he was good. I don't like him in that position. I've just got to be honest, but he's there at the moment. So fair play. That's the way it is right now. We have to be fair on that. Then we move into Martin Ødegaard's position. And again, I thought he was great today. I didn't think he was quite as influential or instrumental as he was against Sporting Lisbon and Forest, but certainly everything that was good down that right-hand side was because of him. I thought he looked a little bit tired, actually, and he was getting a couple of knocks, and I'm glad that he took him off because I felt like he needed to. Looked a little bit tired towards the end, and I think that there was an ankle knock I think he got. And since then, I felt like, yeah, let's get him off now because he's getting kicked. And they just got frustrated in the end and started kicking us. Then I look at the performance of Trossard, who I thought worked tirelessly. Times where he was a bit sloppy on the ball, but again, I thought he made up for it. I thought he was excellent. and great goal. Great goal, great assist. And I've got to say, the assist was as good as the tap-in for me. He was as good. So I'm in a position right now where I'm like, did I prefer the assists tonight or the goals? And I thought the assist of the night was from Trossard because that ball was delightful. And the goal of the night was Trossard's goal, tapping. So well worked tapping for him. Brilliant, superb weight of pass. And I must say, the ball with your left hand, with your left foot or your weak foot, if you can put one of them through, you are a technically gifted footballer. Let me tell you that, Leo. Let me tell you that. Havertz tonight, yeah, to be honest with you, I thought he worked really hard. Thought there was one bit of play that he had where he chested it down and he just kept the strength of it. But also there was another one where the ball was come up in the air and he just won it so easily. Like, he has definitely got some muscle about him, and he does track back. So fair play to Kai Havertz. Really well taken goal as well. I don't think he needed to have the best of nights, to be honest. If you don't think any of our players needed to have the best of nights, it was so easy, particularly in that first 36 minutes. But when he went through, you always had your doubt in your mind about Kai, because you know if he's going to put it in, it's going to be quality. You know there's an opportunity that he can miss it, though. It's not much dissimilar to when Giroud was running through from us back in 2014 to 2016. I always believed that he was a good player, but I wanted him to be running in with a first-time near post shot, or heading the ball. I never wanted Giroud running through one-on-one because I just never had the kind of faith that he was 100% going to score. And I kind of felt like that was the same with Kai Havertz. Look, I'm a huge fan of what I saw tonight, but the player of the match who I've spoken to about last is Bukayo Saka. I thought he was outstanding in everything that he did. I'm not going to go on too much about him because I spoke at the first part of the show, but everything about his tenacity tonight, everything about his passion, his drive, his desire, his use of the football, the fact that he had so much strength. You know, there was one stage of commentary from Gary Neville which said, wow, Bukayo Saka and Mo Salah at the moment are basically holding the ball up when the ball is launched to them like a centre forward of old school. And I thought, yeah, Salah does that. And if Saka started to do that at 23, I'm sorry, Salah wasn't doing that at 23. Let's just say that, people. He's not even got to his best yet, Saka. It's scary. It's worrying. And the telepathy of him and the communication and togetherness of him and Martin Odegaard, Timber running in behind them. With Thomas Partey, he wasn't even there tonight. Jorginho there instead. Sorry, I'm running out of superlatives for him. How can anyone not rate Bukayo Saka? What's wrong with you? Those people that doubt him and don't think he's as great as he is and think that he's overrated, what are you watching? What are you watching? Unless you're listening to someone who's trying to put Saka in the bracket of Messi, then I think you're talking crap if you think he's overrated. The player deserves an unbelievable amount of respect, and he does deserve praise. And tonight, I thought he was by far our best player. Absolutely phenomenal. 2 assists, goal, gets himself subbed. Brilliant. Just to touch on the subs, I thought Jesus grew into the game, but my goodness, what was he doing with his first touch? He just literally took it round a couple of yards and then just passed it straight to them. You could tell straight away from bringing on Jesus and Sterling that the quality had just dropped. Now, both of them got into the game a little bit more and started to cause a little bit of threat, but it's not a threat like Martin Odegaard and Saka is. And that just proves there's 2 positions there that we really need to look at. Kivior came on at half-time, and if I'm honest with you, I didn't think he was actually too bad. I definitely prefer him as a left-sided centre-back than I do a left-back. Zinchenko came on, and luckily there was nothing defensively for him to do much, really. Quite good on the ball, always is, looking to make things, create things, go forward with it. And Ethan then got a nod towards the end of the game again to get him some minutes. And again, every time he got on the ball, he looked to make something happen and go forward. So, look, Saka was my player of the match. I was really impressed by what I saw tonight from him, and I thought there was some great opportunities to see what Arsenal looked like outside of some of our best 11 still. With Partey and Marino out, our midfield definitely wasn't at his best, but it looked tonight like it was quite easy to get us going and get us ticking and to get us scoring goals. 11 goals now in the last 2 games at the London Stadium. You mad? This is outstanding. So, yeah, big up. Let's take these couple of super chats before we come to a close. Big up, my bro. This come from Nick Hill. Thank you, mate. Says, I love that. Yes, hold that, Lawless. Also, could you punch that racist West Ham fan, Mickey Morgan, in the face? Who's that? The guy mispronounced my name during a DR Sports episode. Unacceptable. Look, I do not know what's gone on there, but obviously you've been hurt by that. So apologies that is the experience that you've had. But big up to you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. This one's from Max. He said, second in the league, all eyes on City v Liverpool. Hopefully we get a draw, but I think City getting battered. The Trossard assist was the best this team. I honestly believe that was an unbelievable ball. That's one of the best I've seen, to be fair. It really is. That pass, absolutely outstanding. It really is. As we see here, 13 goals in 3 games. We are cooking, yeah. We really are at the moment. It's looking fantastic. Funny what happens when you get your first 11 back, innit? Who knew? It's the squad that's the issue. The first 11 is brilliant. AFC Max says Saka's the second best winger in the league behind Salah. Yep, I agree with that. In my opinion, Vinny is behind him. Wow. 10 assists at 23 is world class. I wanted a 6, but I'll take the win. I wanted 6, sorry, but I'll take the win. Love, guys. Yeah, we all wanted 6 or 7. When it went to 4-0 and there was only 37 minutes on the clock, I thought to myself, could this be 7 or 8? Could we get to the 9-0 or maybe even the 10-0? That's what I want. I want to win 10-0 because then you get the record, right? I think the record's still 9-0, isn't it? I want to get a 10-0 soon. That's what I want to do. So that's where I'm at. Look, I'm definitely excited about what's to come because it looks like Arsenal are really delivering at the moment. But I want to get through these games. We've got Manchester United on Wednesday. Let's enjoy tomorrow first. Let's just enjoy tonight. Let's enjoy tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Don't matter what happens now. We've done our job. We've won the game. Let's enjoy tomorrow. And then we go to Wednesday. Beat Manchester United. We should be. Ruben Amorim has just walked in and it is still a mess. So let's beat this team because they're not good enough. Then we go to Craven Cottage. It's a team at the moment that are very inconsistent. A place we lost last season. We need to get revenge there. And then we've got games against Everton, Ipswich, Brentford. The games are coming up thick and fast. Palace at home and away, one being in the cup. Let's go on a run now, people. We can do. There's only then Brighton, Spurs and Wolves, I think it is. So right the way through to January, we're pretty much going to only Brighton and Wolves that are outside of London. And that's only a couple of hours away from London, right? So our lack of travel is going to be beautiful. Let's enjoy it. Couple of Champions League games at home, one more away to Girona. But by then, hopefully we'll be through if we win our 2 against Zagreb and Monaco. I honestly think we're in a good place at the moment. So let's keep it going, people. Big up to every single one of you. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I want to say a huge thanks to Max. I want to say a huge thanks to Nikhil and Max for both of those super chats. You're absolute legends. I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much, boys. It really is kind of you. Please make sure you've hit the like button. Please make sure you've hit subscribe as well if you are new. That subscribe button is so key. Make sure you go show Manscaped some love. Who are at the moment got 20% off of all products. Just put FTM20 in, you'll get 20% off. But if you do want to go for the Chairman Pro, if you don't have a beard, it's a brilliant shaver. If you want to go for the beard hedger, if you have got a beard, then beard trimmers are the ones for you. Then the beard hedger is for you. Make sure you use the code FTM20 or click on the link in the description. It will give you 20% off of what you are shopping for. So please make sure you do that. Big up to every single one of you. Much appreciated. Please go and enjoy match of the day tonight. Have a drink on me. And then also what we need to do is relax and watch the football tomorrow. Big up to Suze, who's just come in with a super chat. Absolute legend. It says, big up, Dan. Let's hit the like and the subscribe button. I think we have 6 games till the end of the year. 18 points is a must. Do you know what? We have to win every single game now up until February, March time in the league days. If we do that, who knows? Let's see where we're at. At the moment, let's enjoy this weekend. Tomorrow's going to be fun. Let's sit back with a popcorn, go and pour yourself the best drink that you can in the house and watch what is going to be a brilliant game of football between Liverpool and Man City at Anfield. Arsenal have done the job today. West Ham 2, Arsenal 5. And who put the ball in the West Ham net? Half our effing team did. Take it easy, people. Hit the like and subscribe on your way out. We're out of here, people. Enjoy your weekend. Big up.